All right, we're going to go ahead and talk about this guy. It's another Civivi in D2, the Statera. And I picked this one up after some discussion about sharpening with coolant bath machines like everybody else, and there shouldn't be burnt or fatigued edges, but as we saw with the Wyvern, that thing took 6 sharpenings or 5. I think it was 5 before it topped out, 6 before I got repeatable results. So I'm going to go ahead and test this guy and see, but before I do, I want to know down below, do you guys want to see the factory edge, how well the factory edge actually does? Because I'm not sure what angle it's sharpened at, but from the size of the bevel and what I'm measuring behind the edge, I'm guessing that it's already got somewhere around a 17 degree or less edge on it, only because it is less than 7 thousandths all the way to about here, and then it goes up to 8 thousandths, about the last quarter inch or so blade length. I did cut a couple times up here where it's thicker with cardboard. Cuts absolutely great. The geometry is great. The stock isn't that thick to begin with, and even though it is a flat grind, it did measure up pretty far, and about a quarter inch up the blade, it's still only 35 thousandths thick. I believe, I'd have to look and see, but about this far up the blade where my thumb is, it is still under 20 thousandths. So you're going to get a good many sharpenings out of this before it gets really thick behind the edge. So as far as the design goes, I mean, for my personal opinion, the blade's okay. I don't care for the looks of the handle, but it is comfortable in just about any grip. It is comfortable in that pocket clip. It's definitely not a hot spot in your hand. It touches my hand, but it doesn't dig into my hand or anything. Now, for whatever reason, I do a lot of pinch type grips like this when I open things. You know what, I can't say why, it's just how I've come to use a knife. The pocket clip doesn't even touch my hand or my fingers cutting like this. So overall, it's a comfortable knife. It is light for the size. I could do without the gold liners. I definitely don't like that at all. But like I said, I only bought this to see if this Civivi D2 is going to be as fatigued and or burnt, whatever you want to call it, as the Wyvern was. Now, as far as the factory edge on this goes, I did strop it like I do for my testing, just to enhance it, and it's still not, I mean, it's still not great. You know, if I bought this and I couldn't sharpen my own stuff, I definitely wouldn't have been happy with it. It's still right now is not what I'd consider sharp. So, like I said, let me know down below, do you want to see the factory edge tested on this one? I don't know yet if I'm going to post every single test just to prove a point, depending on how many edges this actually takes to show repeatable results again, if it even compares to the other Civivi. And I'm curious to see if this does any better than the other Civivi D2 did. While I don't think the other Civivi D2 that I tested already did bad, the Gonzo FH31 That knife is I believe it's on the 4th sharpening now, and it has, or maybe it's on, I'd have to look. All I know is it has already outperformed fine edge and working edge, the Civivi that I did. Not by a lot, but it's already there in a fairly short amount of time. So I'm curious to see if this is done any better. As far as quality goes, this is definitely better than the Wyvern. I mean, you know, I didn't have any complaints about fit and finish or anything on the other Civivi. This just feels like a much better knife. You know, does it feel like a $68 knife? That's kind of up for debate, but the detent's dialed in right on it. The action's good on it. The lockup's good. The centering's spot on. I mean, I can't complain about it. While I don't like the way it looks, it cuts nice enough that it may just stick around when I'm done testing it. So that's all I have for the preliminary on this. Like I said, let me know down below. How much of it do you want to see? Do you want to see the factory edge? And I'll be getting this done sometime this week also. As always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.